Welcome into another edition of The Session with Londa and David. My name is David Austin.
I'm Londa Sherwood Austin. Welcome back.
I gotta tell you, your outfit today is one of my favorite. You look like a lady lawyer from like an old TV show, like The Paper Chase. You look like you just got off your 10-speed bike at the law office and you're ready to make things happen.
It started out really great, and then it got weird.
No, it's beautiful.
Okay.
I used to love that show.
Okay, all right.
The Paper Chase. You remember that show.
Great. Well, if I'm a lawyer, then just do what I say.
A lady lawyer, and I love to do what you say, but, Your Honor, I object.
Okay.
The Session with Londa and David is a business program where we focus on the things that are most exciting to us. Those things are what, Londa?
They are restaurants, real estate, and retail sales.
I got to tell you, I have, and I don't know if you want to save it for the show, we were talking this morning on our daily walk for later in the show.
Oh, we're literally doing this show.
We are doing the show, but it's kind of the restaurant review nobody asked for, but it's not an actual restaurant review because I was so disappointed I don't remember the name of the restaurant.
Jump right in. Go for it.
Okay. I flew last week to Lafayette, Louisiana for the graduation.
And boy, are my arms tired.
I'm fairly certain there's a actual rim
No,
shot.
it's all right.
It's...
Oh!
Anyway, so I flew to Lafayette, Louisiana for the high school graduation of my niece, Lauren. And it was a lovely little event. We got to, usher in her adult years and say goodbye to her youth, essentially, which is what I love about graduations, right? It's a transition.
All right.
Anyway, as I was flying there, I had a long layover in Dallas, Texas. I think it was Dallas. It might have been Denver. I don't remember.
Denver, Colorado.
That's right. It was Denver. The reason I brought up Dallas is because the Pasco Airport might sign American Airlines to fly direct to Dallas, and then I'd never have to go to Denver again.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm in Denver. And you have to take a train from B to C because they're different areas, within the airport. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Whatever. I don't know. Anyway.
Keep it moving along.
I sit down at this restaurant, and there are people buzzing around. It's a Mexican cantina.
Okay.
Right? And I'm excited about it.
Okay.
It might have been Houston. It was Houston. It wasn't Denver. Houston. Anyway, I'm at this cantina.
This is what I live with.
Yeah. I'm at this cantina, and a lady walks up to my table because I seated myself because it said, go ahead and seat yourself. And she says, oh, do you know how to order? And I said, yes, I tell you what I'd like. And she says, oh, no, I don't do that. And I said, okay, who does? No one. You take a picture of this QR code on your table, and that's how you order.
Well, you scan it, yeah.
Well, here's where it gets terrible. It took 10 minutes for me to figure out how to do the thing, right? Because the QR code didn't work right away.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work right away, it doesn't know where you're sitting in the restaurant. So I had to get my glasses out of my luggage to be able to read the numbers below the QR code so I could manually enter them into my phone. And let me tell you, it took probably 6 minutes to find my glasses to be able to manually enter in the numbers. At this moment, I'm furious, right?
Right.
But I manually enter in the numbers. I pick what I want from the menu. I want a $10 Dos Equis. That's what I want, a $10 beer. Because I don't want to pay $22 for a margarita. So I get my $10 Dos Equis, ordered. I hit enter, add to cart, okay, purchase, yes. No confirmation of any kind. Another 10 minutes goes by. Another person walks up to me and says, hey, how's it going? He was just cleaning tables because they don't have waiters at this restaurant.
Servers. Mm-hmm.
And I said, I would like to know where my $10 beer is that I ordered 10 minutes ago. And I timed it was exactly 10 minutes, right? And he says, well, let me check for you. They hadn't drawn the beer yet because no person told them to. It was in their system, but it went nowhere. It just sat in their system. The bartender apparently was a little behind. If you sit at the bar, no, you cannot order from the bartender. You have to take a picture of it with your phone, scan it into your QR code thing.
Okay.
And order.
All right.
Let me tell you something.
Just to clarify, you don't take a picture of it. You just scan it with your camera.
$60 later, Thank God I had a 2.5 hour layover, because $60 later, I had 20 minutes to get to my gate. I bought a quesadilla and 2 beers. $60.
Yeah.
And no customer service at all. Let me tell you something. When you sit down in a restaurant, the reason someone comes over with water within 3 minutes of you sitting down is to make you feel like you're getting served. It's called customer service. They only have food runners.
Ooh.
They don't have anyone in this restaurant. That cost me
today.
$60 to get a quesadilla and 2 beers.
Okay.
No server. And then they asked me if I wanted to tip. I wanted to tip negative $50. It was the worst food experience I've ever had. By the way, the atmosphere spectacular, the food excellent. I will never go in there again and maybe set it on fire next time I walk by. That's how bad it was.
Excuse me.
Customer service cannot be replaced by a QR code. And the reason I'm talking about this now is because you and I were out walking this morning, and we talked about how cool it would be to have a QR code on our signs.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know what's the goal of the QR code. If it's to take people out of the equation, no thanks. But if it's not, if it's to enhance an experience, then that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and for me, having a QR code on our real estate signs is to allow people to get the information more efficiently.
Without having to talk to a person.
No, because instead of having to stop and pull a flyer out of the flyer box, they could just drive by slowly or stop and scan with their phone, and then boom, they've got the property details. So my motivation for that really is to just get the information into their hands more efficiently, more quickly. That's it.
And here's what I recommend we do. Have a button that says schedule a showing, and when they press that button, our phones ring.
Yeah.
Because then we can interact with them.
Sure. And I'm sure our back office can do all that. And would you like me to solve your airport problem?
Yes.
Because I'd really like to.
Yes.
Did you know that you can take food on an airplane and in an airport? You could take food from home as long as it's not liquid.
And more than 3 ounces of liquid.
As long as it's not, as long as you follow the rule. Like you could make a quesadilla at home and take it with you.
I would never do that.
I'm saying talk with your dollars. Stop buying food at airports. And the way to get around that is you take food with you. And no, a quesadilla doesn't travel well. But there are foods that do travel well.
So here's what I would say to that. These self-serve kiosks in the airport is where you go
Might as well.
to save money and not pay for customer service.
Right.
A sit-down restaurant should not have a self-serve kiosk feel.
I get what you're saying. And I don't disagree with you at all. And this is the world we live in.
I don't mind spending money for service.
Right.
I mind spending money for no service.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Understood. I think it's crystal clear.
I would love for Mr. Restaurateur, who owns the franchise of these Mexican restaurants in the Dallas or Houston airport. It's Houston, not Dallas. In the Houston International Airport. I would love for that person to charge me that amount of money so a real person can wait on me. And then I will tip this real person because this real person will make me feel like I'm having a good experience.
Right.
I've said this before. Okay food is not the defeater of excellent service. Spectacular food, though, is defeated by poor service.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it. You can have adequate food, great service people, and create an experience that's memorable.
Here's what's happening. You don't feel important.
I don't feel seen or heard.
Right.
That's right.
People, listen, there are basic human needs.
Yes.
Everybody wants to feel seen, heard, feel important. You know, I mean, not a lot has changed from, oh my gosh, it just went out of my head. The sales book. Everybody's read it. Everybody in the world. It's
Who
an old.
Moved My Cheese?
No. It's old.
Okay.
Dale Carnegie.
Okay. How to Win Friends and Influence People.
That's it.
Yes.
Nothing's changed.
That's exactly right.
Honestly, technology, of course, has come along and we do it a little bit differently and all that, but how to win friends and influence people will always be the gold standard. It will. It still is. Everybody wants to have connection.
Right.
And people say right now, like, oh, this young generation, they don't care. They're all disconnected. They're on their phones. They're blah, blah, blah. No, that's wrong. If you're thinking like that, you're wrong. Social scientists tell us that the Gen Z and the Alpha generation right after them, who are like our grandkids' age,
right.
12,
yes.
are absolutely starving for connection,
right,
and a feeling of kinship.
And why they want that?
Feel like their family.
They want that because they were trapped during COVID at the most important time in their lives when they should have been out running around, getting to know people,
right?
Playing tetherball. I don't think people play tetherball anymore.
I don't know.
It's an unsafe sport, but whatever.
Everyone
the case,
plays pickleball.
They do, including my friend Andre Bro, who I saw in Lafayette, Louisiana. But that's just for him. He listens, so there you go. But whatever the case, the things they should have been doing, they weren't allowed to do.
Yeah.
And they've retreated to a safe space on their phone in their room.
Here's what's interesting,
but they want to be talked to. They want to be included.
The reason why YouTube is the place where these two generations are spending the majority of their time when they're online or on their devices is because they feel connected.
Right.
What they're watching is people talking to them.
Right.
So it's not that they don't want to be connected. Everybody will always want to be connected. And the airport is really shit in the bed by not giving better service. I don't like it either. But the way that I get around that is I would rather just grab a sandwich from a kiosk if I'm starving. And ideally, I would rather just take my own food.
And see, I don't want that because I've been alone all day.
So decide. You can't get the service you want.
Go to a different restaurant in the airport. And they exist. I foolishly went to the one and saw people talking to people at tables. I went purposely to a sit-down restaurant. And that means to me, someone's going to come to my table, start a conversation with me, ask me what I'm interested in, give me some recommendations.
Right. Okay, I'll tell you.
And then take my order. And that is worth a tip. That is worth paying extra money for.
Let me tell you about a great experience.
Okay.
Now, that was a downer. And I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed today. So I want to give us an upper, I guess. Opposite of a downer. So I know that it's been a couple weeks now, but Mother's Day, we had such a great experience because let me just tell you, when you are kind to people and when you are what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
Hospitable?
Yeah, hospitable, charming, kind-hearted, cheerful.
Considerate?
Then it will get you places.
Sure.
It'll get you places that you wouldn't otherwise get to.
Absolutely.
And that happened to us on Mother's Day because we didn't make reservations ahead of time, but when we were out for our morning walk, as we do because we are of that age now.
During the 7 o'clock hour on Mother's Day.
We saw they were setting up the patio at Bud's Broiler.
That's right. The manager of the restaurant.
Their Mother's Day brunch. There was the manager and then another employee setting up the patio. They're washing off the patio.
Yeah.
We stopped and said hello. Oh, it looks like you guys are getting ready for Mother's Day. That's awesome. You got to... I said, we forgot to make reservations ahead of time. So sad. All I wanted was to go to brunch.
Right.
Right. But, oh well. And
let me remind you, one of the reasons we didn't make brunch plans is because one of the children said they wanted to make us brunch.
Yeah, and then they got sick.
Right, that's
at
exactly
last minute,
right.
So that's kind of why it happened that way. But she said, well, we don't have any reservations in the bar. Just come on by and pop into the bar.
And then the best part was she said, if anybody gives you trouble, you just say my name and I will appear.
Yeah, you just tell him to come find me.
Right. That's right.
So we ended up having brunch on the patio. They had, when we showed up, we were going to go into the bar.
Right.
And she happened to come around the corner and say, hey, you guys want to be on the patio?
Right.
Yeah. And then she's like, do we have room on the patio? And they happened to have room.
Right.
And most people would look at this and I'm speaking about life, but I'm speaking about sales as well. If you're in sales, you need to hear what I'm saying right now. Most people, when they hear a no, they will just stop and walk away.
Right.
Oh, well.
Right.
But what if there's another way?
Right.
And, one of the magic phrases is there any way?
Right.
Or is there any chance?
Right.
What's the chance that we could get in for brunch today?
Right.
It's worth asking.
Sure.
And then we ended up being in the prime spot.
Right. The best spot in the entire facility.
Which was crazy, with the best server that they've got on staff there,
who
Jonathan.
We've talked about on this program before.
Yep. Jonathan is fantastic. So if you're in Richland, Washington, and you go to Bud's Broiler right on the river, you're going to get a beautiful view. But when you go, ask for Jonathan.
That's right.
And then he will take great care of you.
And with any luck for you, the lady in the front will be the manager, Kara McDonald, and she would love to make your service experience a good one.
Yeah. So there's a great one for you.
That is, and you know what? You know what was so good about it? It was the customer service. It was the experience. It wasn't the food. The food was okay.
The food was good.
Yeah. The food.
But it's nothing I can't make at home.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And that's the thing.
But it was the experience, right? They created it.
Food standards.
Yeah.
Are less important, in my opinion, than the experience that the place provides.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a rare thing when the food is as good as the experience.
Right. Yeah. Okay, now I have a hot tip for life. Here we go.
Here we go.
Pretend like you are a tourist in your own town.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite things to do, right? And we kind of did that on Saturday. We did a little bit of work first thing in the morning. I did. Anyway, I came in, met with one of my realtors, did some training.
And I went and played racquetball.
You played racquetball, and then we kind of reconvened back at the house. Then we took off for the day. We went on our bikes, actually.
Yeah.
We got on our bicycles, and we went and we actually did a little work and a little play
That
as
was
well.
work for sure.
So went and visited an open house of one of the realtors in our office and toured the house and just showed some support there. But then we kind of took this long meandering bike ride back to the condo. Then we jumped in the car and we kind of drove all over the city that we live in, and we know it well, but it was almost like touristy, right? I'm telling you right now, that is one of the most fun things you can do.
Sure.
Just go explore your town.
Right.
It was so much fun. I had such a great time.
Yeah, and I saw places on our bicycle that I'd never been to before.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, who knew there were a bunch of trails past all the parks?
What we thought was the end of the trail.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a bunch more. So that was a great time. That's just a little hot tip for you for your life. If you want to have some fun, some day when you've got nothing else going on.
It's really good to get out of your own sphere, your own bubble, right?
Yeah.
People live in a bubble. And here's what I mean by that. When I get into my car at our condo in the garage, I get into my car, I start it, and it tells me where I'm going. And with like 90% accuracy, knows where I'm going next because I'm in my own routine. I live in my own little sphere, right? So if you get in your car and don't go where your phone knows you're supposed to go, you might see things you would never otherwise see.
Right.
And that's what we did on Saturday.
We did.
And it was awesome.
It was so much fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We had a beautiful weekend here in the Pacific Northwest. We got a little bit of cold weather coming in this week, but I'm sure we'll heat right back up.
And when we say cold weather, the highs are going to be in the low 70s, not in the 90s where they were.
60s.
Yeah, I guess there's 167 this week.
Yeah.
That's less fun.
Yeah.
How come we went from summertime back to...
Because it's spring.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's what happens in spring.
Back to late winter. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
But the flowers are blooming at the Austin condo. It is beautiful. The purple roses out back are spectacular.
They're like the color of blackberries.
Yeah. I don't know how it works, but they all smell like roses. I think that's pretty cool.
I don't know how it works either. Let's take a look at some properties.
Okay.
Let's see what's new
This is the portion of the program where we like to look at the MLS, which is the multiple listing service, as we are both licensed realtors, and I'm also a licensed mortgage lender. And we like to see what's just come on the market. And we don't preview these before we go in, so our reactions are absolutely real.
Hey, by the way, if you listened last week and you heard us talking about the rustic listing, that's under contract. It's under contract.
Well, I'm telling you, the number one predicator as to whether or not a house sells is price. You can have a family murdered in the home with a shotgun blast through the front door, and if it's cheap enough, it's somebody's dream home.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Price is important.
Nestled on a tranquil, quiet street, this well-loved home invites you to experience the perfect blend of charm and comfort. Are you ready?
I want to tell you about the agent. Okay.
We can't.
That's fine.
It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath for $317,900.
Okay.
I wanted to read that that description because I'd already seen the first picture and it didn't really match in my brain with the words I read. I will tell you right off the bat, though, metal roof. You're never going to have to mess with that.
That's true. And when you walk in the door and you close it behind you, cowbell. So I like that.
Cute.
Yeah.
So, looks like it's got central heat and air, though.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Which, for a 3-bedroom, 1-bath built in this era, 1951, that's a maybe not thing that happens.
Is this a stairway down? Is there a stairway down in here?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's keep looking. This is an older home. It's one of those little Richland houses. Is that right? Is it in Richland?
No,
it's
in Kennewick.
Okay, it's one of those little Kennewick bungalows that is small from the front,
gas stove,
but maybe a little bigger inside.
What? They've done a few little updates, which I think are pretty cute.
Right.
Laundry room with a sink.
And a great way to trap someone.
Big utility room.
Okay, yes. That was down the stairs.
The stairs. That lock right there.
It's two different places. That kitchen is in the basement.
Interesting.
Or they were stairs up.
Boy, I don't know. I'm confused about it.
I'm confused too.
But nice looking overall. This is a pretty nice looking place.
There's the basement. So it has stairs going up and down. That's interesting.
Is that a projector?
It is. Huh. Yeah. Yep.
It's actually a cool little place.
I don't know what the stairs going up went to, but there's a window there.
Maybe just a little attic space, a little
lofty
attic
like a room,
space.
though, with a bathroom.
I think maybe you were just mistaken.
Why?
Patio, covered patio there. I mean, it ain't fancy, but it's definitely adequate. Okay, floor
There's
1,
a bedroom
floor
upstairs
2.
on floor 3.
Look at that. Really cute.
Yeah.
There's a rec room, utility room, bedroom, and storage on floor 1. Floor 2's got the primary bedroom, another bedroom, living, dining, kitchen, laundry, garage, and then floor 3, you've got a bedroom. All right, this is a great little listing. $317,900. In the headline, it says short sale pricing. I don't know.
I think
1830 square feet. This listing comes to us from Carol Fuller at Rudder and Company, Sotheby's International Realty.
Right.
By the way.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Next, that's what $317,000 can get you. $385,000. We took a little jump. This comes from Piper Barton at the Piper Barton Group. And this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So right off the bat, it's going to get you an extra bathroom. 1,344 square feet. So less square footage, 500 square feet less.
Right.
But built in 2011.
No basement.
1951, We got to spring for those professional photos, guys.
I think so.
There's 2 photos.
Oh, well, there you go. So there's not much to see with that one.
Not much to see. Moving on. This is in Pasco, Washington. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This listing's courtesy of our friend Christina Brunson at Windermere Group 1 Tri-Cities.
What's the square footage of this one?
This one is 1,382
It looks like the
square
same house.
feet. 1 story. It's pretty similar. 385, did I say?
Now
395.
So let's look at these pictures because she sprung for the professional ones, and let's see how it looks on the inside compared to the other one.
Hey, that was big. Lots of parking. Look at that.
Yeah, you could pull your RV right down there all the way to the back.
Yep, back the boat right in. This is 9404 Welsh Drive, which is a cute little neighborhood. I sold a house on Welsh Drive. I think about in the same block. I like the updated wood floors. Those are cute.
I do too. And the simple staging is lovely.
Really lovely. Nice job, Christina. Farm door. Open concept.
Beautiful.
Pretty straightforward.
Let me tell you something. Staging and good pictures will absolutely change the interest level of people looking online to buy a home.
Well, you could see it in what we just did.
Right.
We just skipped right over that last one. And who knows what the circumstances are.
And the square footage is almost identical.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to jump up. That's Grandview. I don't want to go to Grandview. This is Benton City. Should we look at Benton City?
Stunning home with room for shop.
And this is from the listing agent is Anastasia Betzel at Windermere. And 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1863 square feet. It's interesting. These are all similar size homes.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting to be able to look at the differences in the pricing because this one is $454,000. We took a big jump.
Okay.
So this is on, however, a little over half acre, and it's a 3-car garage built in 2016. This is the newest one we've looked at so far.
And it's in Benton City.
Yeah, Benton City on East Berry Road.
Okay.
Lovely. Open concept. Definitely newer. They've got those scraped wood floors.
Sometimes I really like those floors. Sometimes they look like there's water damage to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this house.
No.
It's just the design of the wood, that scraped hickory look is odd looking to me. It's not my favorite.
Tiny little bedroom there.
Is that the primary bedroom?
No, I think it's a guest room or secondary or something. Another bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Laundry, full utility room.
Now there's the primary.
I think that might be the primary.
Yeah.
Which is just unfortunately set up. I love this big bathtub. I hate that they're going away in new construction. They're going away from those big soaker tubs, and I love those. Darn it,
they're fun. We used to have that same Superman bathtub at our house in West Richland.
Walk-in closet. And they said there's room for a shop, so it must be on the side. Yeah.
There we go.
There's not sure with that little building.
A little workshop. That. Cute little workshop. Somebody's doing something in there.
Yeah, it's got
Is that a sewing room maybe?
It could be whatever you want it to be. Use
your
imagination. Oh, look at
double
that.
rainbow.
They caught that double rainbow.
That's nice.
That's cool that they put that picture in there. So there you go. There's a bird's eye view of it.
And I don't know where that little neighborhood is, but I love it.
Well, watch this. I can click the map, and I can show you where it is. Here's Weber Canyon Road. Here's Kennedy. Boop. Right there.
Okay.
It's
not exactly Benton City.
It's in that space that's like
not Benton City,
right on the cusp
nearby.
of Benton City to Richland.
Right.
The address is Benton City.
Right, but it looks like it's in an unincorporated area.
Yeah. Cute.
Yeah.
It's to be built. Oh, damn. Let's look at this one.
This is a Kennewick home.
Amanda Pomeroy at Rudder and Company, Sotheby's International Realty, the longest name on the planet. This baby is 4,900 square feet. It was built in 2021. It's a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom, and it's just a scotch over $1 million.
And it's on 1.3 acres.
Love that. Little lodgy kind of feeling.
Very lodgy.
With the rock
Yep.
and wood exterior there. I just hit my face on my microphone. That was fun. Oh, okay.
A lot of wood.
Somebody will love that.
Yes.
It's not for me.
Very masculine looking.
Well, I love masculine, but that I don't know why there's something about that.
You don't like the backsplash and the solid surface.
I feel like there's so much going on here
Right.
between the pattern on the floor, the pattern on the countertop, and the pattern on the backsplash. But this is the beauty of real estate. It's going to be perfect for somebody. Somebody will walk in there and go, oh my God, I love that.
Yeah,
They're going to fall in love.
I would have used different colors on the solid surface. That's what I would have done differently.
Yeah. Really cool lodge feeling, though.
Yeah.
If you love Yellowstone, this might be your house.
Well,
yep, it's the backsplash that's bothering me.
The only problem is the backsplash and counters look like a hotel breakfast bar. And I don't love that look. I don't.
Well,
I would want a darker, richer to go with the masculine feel of the wood.
But again, somebody's going to love it.
You're absolutely right.
Love that ceiling right there. I forget what that's called.
Coffered ceilings. No?
It's a different word. I can't remember what it is. Go look at the pictures or go watch our YouTube video on it because you'll see the ceiling I'm talking about in the primary
Box
bedroom.
beam. Box beam ceiling.
Maybe. Okay. Downstairs. Yeah.
That's a coffered ceiling downstairs.
Very lodgy, continues through the... Love that. Yep. Kind of a mud room, but like luxurious.
Yeah.
Bar or a butler's pantry or something there.
Yeah.
Movie room. Cool. I mean, 5,900 square feet. There's a lot going on in this house. You've got a room for everything, my friend.
Yep.
Big, fat garage.
Love that.
Is there a loft in the garage?
There it is. You're looking at it.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, so is that an ADU?
I don't know what it is. I think it's a greenhouse and a shed, but...
Wow, there's a lot going on.
It's horse property.
There's a lot going on this property, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
$1,075,000. Huh, look at that.
I don't understand that.
That is beautiful. What do you not understand?
The lighting of the sky.
Oh, well, it's just been edited or something. I love when people do this, when they like do these photos where the rest is kind of blurred out and they highlight the property from a drone shot. I really like that. Now, I'm not sure why
that's not part of the property.
I wonder if that's an easement of some kind.
Maybe, but I don't understand it.
I don't know. Look, the house is right there.
Yeah.
That's cool. So it's in Kennewick, and they've got the floor plan, which is really nice, too. Those are nice little things that you can put in your listings. They're really helpful.
And they've got 1,100 square feet below grade, so it's 4,900 total square feet, but 1,100 of it's in the basement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's a look at the market in Tri-Cities, Washington today. So, whoo!
Something
I mean,
for
we
everybody.
ran the gamut, didn't we? 317,000 to just a 75,000 over $1 million. Just nothing, chump change. Chump change. We'd love to show any of them to you from one end to the other.
If you are interested in looking at the houses we just talked about on today's program, you can go to SherwoodAustinHomes.com. Mm-hmm. That's SherwoodAustinHomes.com. Your next home is only a click away. We're not going to capture your information, but if you want to get in touch with us, it's easy to do at SherwoodAustinHomes.com.
Yeah, I actually got a lead from our company site over the weekend, and I get an alert that says you got 5 minutes to call them. I called him, and he was like, I didn't really want to put my information in, but I had to. I said, hey, let me give you a site where you never have to put your information in. You can look all you want, SherwoodAustinHomes.com. And he was so appreciative, this guy. And maybe that's a mistake on my part that I don't force them to put their info in, but I don't like it, so I don't make other people.
There you go. You've always said you
sell the way you buy, and
exactly
you buy the way
right.
you sell.
That's right. And that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's SherwoodAustinHomes.com. Again, your next home's only a click away.
Yep. Oh my gosh. I hope you have the best week.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I love it that you said that.
I do. I really do.
Let's program our brains for success this week.
Let's
it's going to be
baby.
awesome. We're going to be successful, and we're all going to have fun. For Londa, Joanne, Sherwood, Austin, my name's David Austin. We'll see you next week right here on The Session with Londa and David.